Welcome to Football Scientific College Football Previews. Today we're going to go through the Big 12 power rankings and we're going to go through our predictions for the postseason and see how this conference looks. The Big 12 is near and dear to my heart. First, as a Cincinnati Bearcats fan, which I have my Bearcats merch right here. Let's go Bearcats. Boom. My daughter made that. The Cincinnati Bearcats helmet. Boom. Nice job. They're in the Big 12. Hope we're going to bounce back and get back to a playoff situation. Playoffs. No chance of that. But maybe a bowl game. Hoping the Bearcats can go to a bowl game. With Scott Satterfield as their head coach. They've gotten a lot of talent recently. They're getting more serious about the NIL game. I mean, that's what you got to do to compete at the highest level. These are Power 4 conferences. Don't be mistaken. Power 4 conferences, the best of the best. We're going Big 12, ACC, Big 10, SEC by the end of next weekend as they start playing. I think Thursday's the first couple of games of college football, so week 0 starts then. So we're getting these previews done so we can get some more in-depth analysis of college football going forward, okay? I'm joined by my co-host, Ziggy the Zebra. Ziggy the Zebra here. I'm Ziggy the Zebra. Ziggy the Zebra. Big 12. Big 12. Like a referee would say, Big 12. Big 12. Okay, thanks, Ziggy. All right, so we're going to go through our power rankings first for the Big 12, and then we're going to go back through and talk about postseason predictions. Okay, so first, there's 16 teams in the Big 12. Don't let the name fool you. This is an odd combination of what used to be the Southwestern Conference, the Big 8, that were joined together to make the original Big 12, minus Oklahoma, minus Texas, plus some Pac-12 teams, plus some Big East teams. It's just a big, plus some Conference USA, AAC teams. It's a crazy Power 4 conference, man. Crazy conference. 16 teams, but pretty competitive and also at times very wide open. You have a lot of contrast of styles. You have ground and pound teams. You got option-based teams. You got straight up, full out wide, and 5 wide empty teams that are going to come and attack you. You're going to see a lot of cover 6 in this league. Man, you'll see a bunch of cover 2, cover 4, because this thing is wide open, man. These teams can compete with anybody, but also get beat by anybody. They're kind of on that fence. Okay, so at number 16, last place in the Big 12, we have the West Virginia Mountaineers. Traditionally, they're a very good team. Not so much in the Big 12, but traditionally, they've been very good. They've had Troy coach, the Troy University coach with them for a while. I forget his name, Neil something or other. And he stunk up the place and really made people hate him, man. See, being a head coach at the highest level isn't about scheme. It's about people liking you. And you know who they like in West Virginia? Rich Rodriguez. He returns finally after leaving. You know, he was West Virginia, blew him up. They had a great time getting near national profile, their national championship type stuff. And then he bailed to Michigan to get paid. And then he bailed for Michigan to Arizona to get paid. And then he was horrible in all those places. And he went to Jacksonville State and got to be good again. And now he's back to West Virginia. So that's a crazy run. He does have an elite running back Jaheim White with him. So that's to give him a chance to run his gun option offense and make a dent in things. But I think basically they're going to need to be rebuilt completely because the dude from Troy didn't get it done, man. He didn't get it done. He did not build a good roster. Could not recruit well for West Virginia. Just because you recruit well for Troy doesn't mean you can recruit well for West Virginia. And he failed. With that in mind, I have West Virginia going 3-6 in the Big 12 and 5-7 overall with 37.5 chance of making a bowl game. I don't think it's their year, man, but I think they're going to be close. You win one more game, you might be in a bowl game. But I doubt it. Rich Rodriguez is going to need more than 1 year. He's not Midas with a golden touch, okay? At number 15, we got the Arizona Wildcats. They're good news. They got a new offensive coordinator, Seth Doja. They have return of quarterback Noah Pfeiffer. Okay, Pfeiffer. And they're hoping that Seth Doja can get
Noah Pfeiffer on the next page, the next level of his career. They are going to be doing it without top 10 draft pick Ted McMillan, who now plays for the Carolina Panthers. So they have to work around that. So they're going to have one big weapon missing. Do they have a response to that? It doesn't sound like it, which is why I have the Arizona Wildcats going 3-6 in the Big 12 and 5-7 overall with a 42.7% chance of a bowl game. Once again, one more win, they'll be in a bowl game. So they're close. All these teams in the Big 12 are close, man. They're all pretty good. Not great, not elite, but pretty good. Number 14, we got Oklahoma State Cowboys. Mike Gundy has made a long career at Oklahoma State. I'm a man. Okay, don't be blaming his kids for things. His kids being players. Mike Gundy has lost a bunch of talent. They dipped hard last year. They finished last in the Big 12, and all their best players left, man. That's the NIL transfer portal era we live in. Mike Gundy crashed and burned. I don't know if he still has the mullet, but maybe he needs to shave that thing real quick and get past the mullet, man. If he still has it. I haven't seen him recently. Okay, last place in the Big 12 last year, lost a bunch of players, but the positive Mike Gundy is he's good at rebuilding. He rebuilt Oklahoma State before, and he's just going to keep doing what he does. And maybe T. Boone Pickens, I'm not sure if T. Boone Pickens is still alive, but if he is, the spirit of him will help rebuild Oklahoma State. They're just having a lull. I mean, if you have a couple years lull, he's probably going to get fired, man. That's how it's going down. 42.7% making a bowl game. I say no. Bowl game. Okay, UCF Golden Knights. They have been trashed by the dude who used to be the head coach of the Auburn Tigers. Okay, what was his name? I got his book somewhere. I kind of like his book, his offense. Okay, but once again, huge recruiting issues at UCF. He just couldn't get the talent that UCF has gotten in the past. Gus Malzahn, that's the name I was looking for. So he ran a good program. I mean, they were 6-6 and 7-5 all the time. They just couldn't get the elite talent UCF had been getting. UCF been getting some serious talent. They've been making a run for some playoff bids. But they moved to the Big 12 from the AAC. That's a big move. And then he just isn't recruiting. Gus Malzahn wasn't recruiting Big 12 talent. Okay? So what did they do? Boom! They hire back Scott Frost, who got pushed out of Nebraska, crashed and burned in Nebraska. Scott Frost is back. He knows how to recruit Florida. He's had success at UCF. Now, that was in the AAC. It's going to be tougher in the Big 12. He's going to need time to rebuild this thing from what Gus Malzahn did, okay? I got them going 4-5 in the Big 12, 6-6 overall. They got a chance to return to a bowl game this year. 51.7% chance of a bowl game. Scott Frost knows what he's doing at UCF, though. He may not know what he's doing anywhere else, but he knows what he's doing at UCF. And it may take a couple of years, but he'll get it back to the top, which is sad. Go Bearcats. Okay, number 12, Colorado Buffaloes with Coach Prime. Coach Prime has had the cancer. He's had to work around a bunch of stuff. He lost all his buddies. Travis Hunter's gone. Shadur's gone. Shiloh Sanders is gone. They've all moved on to the NFL. So now he's really being pushed to be a good recruiter. And he's not necessarily a recruiter, man. He's a transfer portal guy. He doesn't like to visit people's houses and stuff because he's a Hall of Famer. He's rich and famous, blah, blah, blah. You get all that crap with someone who's been in the Hall of Fame and he doesn't want to be with normal people. That's where we're at. He doesn't want to be with normal people. His Colorado Buffaloes, they should compete well. Why? Because they have a huge senior class. All those transfers from a couple years ago are seniors. They should be loaded, and they have an experienced offensive line within that mix, okay? So they should have a good team. But they lost all their playmakers, and his son was the quarterback, and he's in his ear all the time, getting what he wants. Now he's going to have some dude. That's not his son. That's not Shadur Sanders, okay? I got Colorado going 4-5 in the Big 12 and 6-6 overall. And potentially making a bowl game, 61.4% chance. This feels like the old days for the Colorado Buffaloes, man, where before they went to the Pac-12 and came back and blah, blah, blah. They're struggling, but at least they're 500. Okay, it's not going to be like the early 90s when they won a national championship, split it with Georgia Tech. That was crazy. I would love to see that back. I like Colorado. I like the energy of the team. I like the Buffaloes. It's a good time, but they're in flux, man. They're in flux, and Deion Sanders is a good recruiter, but is he good at everything else? It's hard to say. We'll see how it looks without his people being there. His family types are not there anymore. What's he gonna look like? Okay, Cincinnati Bearcats number 11. Boom, let's go Cincinnati. Well, they're at number 11 in the Big 12 out of 16 teams. This will probably be their best Big 12 season ever. Scott Satterfield's been recruiting the Porter Wool hard. They have coming back defensive lineman Dante Corleone, and they have quarterback Brandon Sorsby that many people are predicting is a special quarterback, man. Problem is they have a suspect offensive line, which is not out of the ordinary at Cincinnati. So I say the offensive line suspect. That's not out of the ordinary. Throw some screens, throw the ball downfield, quick passes, RPOs. That's how you win in Cincinnati. Now, is Scott Satterfield going to do that? He's been trying to do that. It doesn't look good, man. But you got to make sure you can come out here and move the ball. Okay, you got to move the ball, pick up first downs, go for explosive plays. That's Cincinnati Bearcats football, man. This struggling stuff it's for the birds, It was proven by Zach Taylor and Tommy Tuberville you can't be a power football team in Cincinnati. You just don't get those kids, man. You don't get power football kids. You get guys who want to play wide open football. Okay? They're questionable at the skills positions. Do they have enough speed to play wide open football? It's hard to say. And their offensive line suspect is quarterback Brandon Sorsby running for his life. I hope he can throw on the run. If he is, it's throwing pretty good. Cincinnati Bearcats, I got them going 4-5 in the Big 12, which is their best season ever in the Big 12. And going 6-6 overall, which I think will get them back to a bowl game, which should help quell the anger of the fans there. The Cincinnati Bearcats fans expect to be the best in the country, even though we've only touched on that really twice in the last 40 years. But Bearcats fans think, boom, we're the best team in the country. Why don't we win every game? Why don't we dominate the Big 12? Why don't we win the national championship game? Well, resources. But we'll see what happens. Should get back to a bowl game. We should calm the fans down a little bit from trying to fire Scott Satterfield. Although he should be fired. I would fire him. Boom. Houston Cougars, number 10. Okay, a little bit of drop for them. But they have a coaching change. Willie Fritz is there now from Tulane. He does have an athletic quarterback, Connor Wigman. He's going to come out running that gun option stuff. It's really some traditional Big 8 style football in the Big 12. Houston Cougars, Southwestern Conference in the Veer. Willie Fritz fits that really well. He's going to eventually build his team up, but it's going to take a while to rebuild it. During the rebuild phase, he's going to have to win some games, make a bowl game, and then he'll be able to redraw the circle around Houston and get all the players to stay, and they'll become very good again. Hopefully not soon. Go Bearcats. I got Houston Cougars going 4-5 in the Big 12, 7-5 overall, returning to a bowl game, a 65% chance of returning to a bowl game. Number 9, Iowa State Cyclones. Okay, known for having excellent defense. Boop. They have an experienced quarterback coming back. Boop. But here's what they ran into. They started out really hot last year, really good. Their defense was on fire. Offense was producing, but then their defense got beat down. They got worn down, started getting injured. Went 4-3 in the last part of the season. Went to the Big 12 championship game and could not stop Arizona State. 2 beat down to stop Arizona State with Cam Skattebo. Okay. Skattebo's gone now, though. They did make it to the Big 12 championship. They did lose to Arizona State. If they won that, they would have been in the college football playoffs. So they're at number 9. I think it's just too much talent they lost, and they got to find an answer for not getting their defense beat. You know what the answer is? Score more points. Score more long drives. Score more points. They should hire Willie Fritz. His option would look great in Iowa State. Mental note. I know he coached at Houston. Whatever. Number 8, TCU Horned Frogs. At times they've been great. At times they've not been great. They got an air raid coach as their head coach, which is how it goes with that. Sometimes it'll be clicking, and sometimes it won't be clicking, and you'll be hanging around 500 for the most part. Sometimes you'll blow it up. They blew it up a couple years ago. Sonny Lubbock there blew it up a couple years ago, man. But this year, they got quarterback Josh Hoover. He's very good. He passed for 2,000 or 4,000 yards last year. He's the second best quarterback in the Big 12 last year. Problem is, they don't have any help around him. Okay, they don't have any help around him. The running game stinks, so they don't have any way to help him. So he's going to have to go there and do it all himself, which he's not. No one's capable of that, really, at the Big 12 level, FBS level, Power 4 level. You're not going to have a one-man army come out there and win games. He will beat some teams, though. I got TCU going 5-4 in the Big 12 and 7-5 overall and going to a bowl game 68.8%. They're just not going to be elite because they don't have the parts around Josh Hoover to be elite. Okay, number 7, Kansas Jayhawks. Lance Leipold, Kansas Jayhawks. He knows how to win games. They got quarterback Jalen Daniels, looking at some option stuff. Running back Dylan Hishaw. They got what you need to win games at Kansas right now. And Lance Leipold knows what he's doing. Several national championship Division III level. Did really well at Buffalo. He knows what he's doing, man. The thing is, their defensive backfield is going to need time to gel. So they might give up some big plays early on. They need time to gel. How long is it going to take to gel? That's going to determine how good they are this year. Okay, I think it takes them half the season to gel in the defensive backfield. We're going to go some big plays and finish the season strong. With that in mind, I got to go on 5-4 in the Big 12, 7-5 overall, 73.5% chance of making a bowl. I think they'll finish well. Number 6, BYU Cougars. Many times last year had a chance. They're in the competition to go to the college football playoff. They're one of the most physical teams in the Big 12. That'll take you a long way. And they have a quarterback coming back, Jake Ritzloff. Okay. That's good stuff. Power running team. They can go out there and dominate the game. They have some open-end pass kit. Kalen Sataki, boom. He's going to help them do what they got to do. Okay, they're going to move the ball. They're going to feel great. Last year, though, they were 4-0 in one-score games. That's what made them a college football contender. College football playoff contender was the one-win games. Question is, can they do that again? And if they can't, will they survive, several losses? And will they crash and burn? I don't think they'll crash and burn. They're based on too strong of a culture, too strong of a game plan. They may dip and they may struggle. They won't be as good as last year, but I don't think they'll crash and burn. I got to go on 5-4 in the Big 12, 7-5 overall, 87.5% chance of a bowl game. They do face a challenging schedule. BYU has been known to push themselves. I think they're the only team in the Big 12 that's won a national championship, too. 84. Boop, Ty Detmer. Number 5, Utah Utes. Boom. Hey, we're bringing a big offense, man. They're bringing a big offense. They're going to put up points on people. But quarterback Devin Dampler, he has a tendency to make bad mistakes. So they're going to come out and move the ball, score some points, but he might throw some pick sixes, too. And that's going to keep teams in the game. It's going to make it hard for them to win against the best teams. I got them going 5-4 in the Big 12, 8-4 overall, and 82% chance of making a bowl. They're pretty good. They're consistent at being pretty good. I don't know if they're good enough to win the Big 12. Number 4, Baylor Bears. Baylor, they ended last year on a 6-game winning streak. Boop. They have a lot of young talent that could be awesome in the near future. Boop. They got to retain that talent, keep it healthy. Boom. Here's what happened last year. They had a rough start, finished strong, 6 straight wins. What are we looking at this year? It's going to be hard to keep the momentum for those 6 wins because once again, they start with a difficult 6 games at the beginning of the year. If they get beat up there, 2 wins, 3 wins, whatever, they may win out the rest of the way after the first 6 games. But it's going to be a tough start. It's going to be hard to build off the momentum they finished last year with. I got to go in 6-3 in the Big 12. They are a talented team. 6-3 in the Big 12, 7-5 overall, 74.4% chance of making a bowl game. Number 3, Texas Tech Red Raiders. They are going all in with some oil billionaires to make them a national championship team. That was the story all offseason. They're going all in. They're ready to go for the top, man. They're ready to go for the top. They are in terms of, finances. They are in terms of organization. They are in terms of head coach. But they're not there in terms of talent yet, okay? But they're working at it. First, they returned a ton of talent under offense and defense, and they added a bunch of elite portal talent. How well can they put that together? That's going to be the question. How well can they put that together ASAP? Okay? They're going to have to deal with losing running back Taj Brooks. They're going to have to merge some new guys together. They're going to need to, weave it together. It's going to take them a little bit to become a team that's going to be a championship contender, but they have the potential to do that. How long will it take them to do it? I think it'll take a few weeks. Okay, I got Texas Tech Red Raiders going 6-3 in the Big 12, 8-4 overall. They got a chance to make to the Big 12 championship game if they can get it quicker than I think they can, but they still got to get it together. Okay, 84.6% chance of making a bowl. They're going to go to a bowl. Number 2, Arizona State Sun Devils, last year's Big 12 champion. They bring back quarterback Sam Levitt. They bring back wide receiver Jordan Tyson, but they lose big-time running back Cam Skattebo. Okay, that guy's gone. That's going to be a big hit. They could not replace Cam Skattebo. I think they're going to dip some. Then they're going to be back in the Big 12 championship game, taking a chance at another college football playoff run. But I think without Skattebo, they're not going to be able to do it. I got to go on 6-3 in the Big 12, 8-4 overall, with an 86.2% chance to make a bowl game. And then finally, who do I have as the Big 12 champions? Number 1, Kansas State Wildcats. Okay, dynamic offensive scheme. They're going to come blow it up. Their backfield's amazing. Quarterback Avery Johnson, running back Dylan Edwards are there. Option type football, attack downhill. They're going to come get you. They're going to ground and pound. They're going to play out your pass. They're going to RPO. That's a recipe for winning in the Big 12. Okay, their offensive line and cornerbacks have added a bunch of new people this offseason, so they're going to take time to gel. So it's kind of like Texas Tech, man. Kansas State's in position to go make a run. They're in position to go make a run. But their O-line and cornerbacks need some time to gel. And that might be their limiting factor early in the season. I got Kansas State going 6-3. I got them going 8-4. I got them winning the Big 12 championship game against Iowa State and going to the college football playoff. I got 84.5% chance they'll do that. Okay, boom. So with that in mind, here's my predictions for the bowl games, for the postseason for the Big 12, okay? College football playoff, I got Kansas State going there, losing. Boop. Probably in the second round, they'll probably get a bye. Okay, Alamo Bowl, Texas Tech. They'll just come up short of going to the college football playoff. Pop-Tarts Bowl, I got Kansas Jayhawks. I think that'd be a fun combination, The icing on Pop-Tarts would be really cool if they were blue and red. I wish they would make a Pop-Tart like the Kansas Jayhawks if they go to that bowl. Should be a fun bowl game. Texas, that's one of the best bowl games around because you get to eat the trophy afterwards. Then you human Pop-Tart. It's not cannibalism if they're a Pop-Tart, y'all. Texas Bowl, Baylor Bears. Why not? It's going to get some fans there if you get Baylor there. Liberty Bowl, BYU. It has the feel of it, man. Has the feel of it. And it feels like they want to go to Memphis. No one wants to go to Memphis except for BYU. Rate Bowl. It's not a Baylor reference. Oops, ouch. It's a Rate Bowl. I got TCU going to the Rate Bowl and taking an L. I got Lockheed Martin, Iowa State going to the Lockheed Martin Bowl, which would be a pretty big disappointment after last year's success, but I think they're going to get beat up too much. Armed Forces Bowl, Cincinnati Bearcats return to a bowl game. I got them going to the Armed Forces Bowl at base. I believe I have them facing Army or Navy. I believe Navy. That's going to be a tough one for them. Serve Pro, get things back to AAC days. Serve Pro First Responder Bowl. I got Houston Cougars going there to play UTSA. Roadrunners, I think UTSA is a better team right now. And then the Pac-12 teams get to go to a couple other bowl games. Only the Pac-12 teams that came over. Holiday Bowl, I believe, will take Arizona State. That's really the biggest bowl left. Arizona State will go to that and win. That's a pretty short trip. And in the Sun Bowl, I got Utah going to the Sun Bowl, which would be a pretty big disappointment for what they're used to doing. Okay. Overall, I got Kansas State losing. Boop. I got Texas Tech winning their bowl, the Alamo Bowl. Boop. I got Kansas Jayhawks winning the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Boop. I got Baylor Bears winning the Texas Bowl. Boop. I got BYU winning the Liberty Bowl. Boop. I got TCU losing the Rate Bowl. Boop. I got Iowa State winning the Lockheed Martin Bowl. Boop. I got Cincinnati Bearcats beating Navy in the Armed Forces Bowl. Whoop, whoop. Whoa, whoa, whoa. UC. Let's go. We got Surf Pro, First Responder Bowl. I got Houston Cougars going there and getting upset by the UTSA Roadrunners. Holiday Bowl, I got Arizona State going there. And Sun Bowl, I got Utah Utes going there and picking up a big win for Utah. I got the Big 12 going 8-3 in bowl games. They're a tough out, man. They're a tough league. Worthy of being a Power 4 team. Don't get cut out by the SEC and Big 12. Any of these teams could beat any of those teams on any given day. Most time they don't, but they could. They could. Okay? All right, so that is my Big 12 breakdown. Ziggy the Zebra, you got any thoughts? Why do you always diss it on the Big 12? You know, just because the big names left, Texas and Oklahoma, but there's still some good teams. And they're out there grinding away, like BYU and like Utah. They're out there making a difference, man. Why are they being dissed on? Why are they being dissed on so hard by SEC and Big 12? Well, I don't know. It's just the jealousy, I think. It was too cool. Okay, so that's the answer to that. All right. Remember, check out CFLNewsHub.com. Subscribe to Football Scientific. We're going to talk about the ACC in the near future. And then also like the video and you'll see more of our videos. Football Scientific is over. Big 12 edition.